Everyone, so while I'm on a roll today, I just want to share one more thought. So it's an unbelievable Sicha of the Rebbe from Purim in the year Mem Zion, okay? And someone shared this with me. Actually, so Merit Borovitz spoke about it in the Neshei Chabad talk that she did recently. For those of you who didn't see her talk on B'tachon, wow. Highly recommend that you go and watch it. And if you need the recording, I'll send it to you. So so she quotes the Sicha, and I was like, I reached out to her and asked her which Sicha she was quoting, and she pointed me in this direction. So for those of you who don't have great Hebrew or Yiddish learning skills, it's actually translated by Sichas in English. You can literally go to their website, click on Sichas in English, and go to Purim from the year 5747 and print it out and learn it over Shabbos. And if you go to section 3, that's the part that I'm talking about, but the whole Sicha is actually quite amazing. And the Rebbe speaks about why nowadays we can spread Sheva Mitzvahs B'nai Noach. But later on in the Sicha, the Rebbe talks about something that has been baffling me. And I was like, I cannot believe I'm seeing this inside. This is amazing. So generally speaking, my perspective when I read and see the Rebbe's Sichas and the Rebbe's Yechiduses and stories, it's just so positive. Everything's always so positive. You know, the times that we're living in, the opportunity that we have, how amazing life is in our generation, which should only motivate us to use the opportunity we have to actually bring the Geula, right? Like I've said before, you need the Geula to bring the Geula. Why? Well, because the Geula is Shleimus Torah and Mitzvahs. And when we do Torah and Mitzvahs, it causes blessings to manifest in the world. So the more mitzvahs we do, the more blessings manifest, and then that's how we have the full Geula, right? It's like how it works, right? It says in Shema, when you do my will, bless the land. And now we have the opportunity fully to do Hashem's will, so all we should see is bracha and more opportunity. Please God, and that's how it should be, and it should be immediately. And we're already seeing it, the Rebbe says. But the flip side of that is that we don't have the full Geula yet, right? And there is some darkness, and there are some really challenging situations that we're seeing in our communities and in our personal lives and in the world. And it's confusing. For me, it's so confusing. I'm like, wait, the Rebbe said we're in Yemos HaMashiach. Like, what is that? Like, how do I look at these situations that seem kind of dark? So try not to focus on it too much, but at a certain point, it's like, I don't know, like it was starting to weigh on me a little bit. Like, what does this mean? So when Merit mentioned the Sicha in the Neshei Chabad talk, I was like, I need to see this Sicha. So I learned it inside, and I was blown away. So the Rebbe basically says exactly this. The Rebbe says, because of the times we're in, because we are on the cusp, we are the first generation of Geula, and yet we're also the last generation of exile, we have literally these two polar opposites. On one hand, we have a tremendous amount of opportunity and so much good. We see so much good, people doing such amazing mitzvahs, and even the non-Jewish nations, lahavdil, countries, helping other countries. We see such beautiful acts of chesed in our time. On the other hand, the Rebbe says we see darkness that's coming out that we can't even believe is there. And I was like, yes. Whoa, I can't believe the Rebbe is saying this. And the Rebbe actually says, why is the darkness coming out? So that we can purify it. Because it has nowhere to hide anymore, right? So the Rebbe doesn't actually say this in the Sicha, but I heard, and please someone can find me the source, I would really appreciate it, that the Alter Rebbe says that after the Avodas HaBerurim is done, right? Where the intermingling of darkness and light is like, we're done extracting the sparks, that the evil has nowhere to hide anymore. So it has to come to the surface. And then that's how we can actually, through our avoda, and obviously Hashem's tremendous help and miracles and brachas, remove the impurity from the earth. And so the Rebbe is saying in that Sicha that that's what's happening right now, is that the evil is coming to the surface. Why? So that we can purify it, so we can deal with it, so that we can actually, and like what I said in the last clip about actually showing how the world wants to go according to the will of God, it's these like final vestiges of evil. A lot of it is not actually evil, right? Because, why? Because we know that everything really comes from Hashem, and things that fall low have the highest source. And so now we have the ability, Bo El Parai, look at the evil in the face and find the light and transform it. And obviously there are certain things that are actually evil that need to be wiped off the face of the earth, but most, almost all things, we can find a way to transform it. We can find a way to use it to bring out light somehow. And I really believe that's the avoda of our time. And it's amazing. And it's so empowering when you realize that we don't need to feel down about the lowliness of our time. We need to feel empowered and realize that we have a great task ahead of us of bringing light to the darkest of places. So may we succeed, and may we have the Golus Shlema immediately. Good Shabbos, everyone.